Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Mendez, and for my Take Back the Future project, I will be talking about transportation for the blind. So, self-driving cars, you may ask. In the early 2000s, there was a lot of talk about self-driving cars. Many people saw them in movies, we heard about them on the radio, in songs, and by this time, almost 2 decades later, we would have thought that it would have been our main source of transportation. This innovation was seen to improve the life of an average American person, but we did not think about those with disabilities, such as blindness. How can a self driving car help a person with a disability like blindness? For my project, for my innovation project, I will be specifically um, helping the blind community in America for now. So, the overall plan is to create a new way of independence for the blind community by using advanced technology in automobiles. This advanced technology we will go more in depth with throughout the presentation. So, the issue surrounding this. The issue surrounding the community is that as of 2010, more than 3 million Americans are either legally blind or visually impaired. And these numbers only get worse as the years go on. This is an issue because there are people who are not able to live an independent life like an average American is able to. They do not have the same freedom and mobility as we do. We get to go in a car and drive wherever we want to. But when you are blind, you have that restriction of not being able to see the road or being able to see where you are driving onto. So, having a disability such as blindness can limit a person in the things they do. It can make it really difficult for them to travel outside of their home because they are always going to be dependent on another individual to get them to a specific location. Even though we have seen self-driving cars in recent years, as part of my research, I was not able to find a car that is specifically made for the blind community and help them self-transport themselves. As far as my issue goes, the closest thing to help solving the problem are Teslas and Toyotas. They are both on the same route of self-driving cars and use very high advanced technology to reach the safest measures they can. We have seen Teslas and their autopilots, come to me features, auto reverse, and park. They also have 8 cameras and 12 ultrasonic sensors to help them perform their best. As for Toyotas, there is lane departure alerts, pedestrian detectors, radar cruise control, automatic high beams, and roadside assist. And these are all safety measures that they included in these cars to claim to be the safest car out there. Both of these cars claim to act upon a situation faster than an unaware driver. We have all seen the commercials where Tesla picks up its driver on the curbside of a grocery store all by itself with the tap of a finger on their phone. Or the commercial where a Toyota car stops almost instantly as a pedestrian walks onto the crosswalk without checking for cars first. But with all their technology included in these cars, neither of them are both neither of them are advanced enough for a blind person to drive all by themselves. So, for my project, I will want to create a brand of cars that offers all features already seen on the safety cars like Toyota and Teslas that we talked on before, but we will also include new features tailored especially for the blind community. These will focus These will focus more on sound and touch rather than sight. A few of the new features that I would like to incorporate into these new cars will be a light vibration located on the floor of the car to alert the driver that a government siren is nearby, such as a police car, a ambulance, or a fire truck that has its lights on. This will also, these light vibrations will also let them know if a car nearby has their hazard lights on. I would also include cameras. These cameras will record their surroundings for liability and safety measures, um, as well as talk features. These talk features will help explain their surroundings to enhance their ride experience, such as saying, "We are now turning left on Roosevelt Street," or "We are approaching a parking lot." These talk features will be able to be modified by each individual driver, so they could turn on as many features as they would like, or they could turn them off if they would like to as well. The communication in the car will be Braille language, as that is the language that many blind people use to communicate. So we would have the Braille on the radio stations, on the windows, and wherever else is needed on. And one of the last features that we would like to have is a voice command. So this voice command will be able to ask, "What is my current location?" or "How far am I from my destination?" They will also be they will also have other commands so that the driver could get the best experience in their vehicle. As for a timeline, since this is a new vehicle we are trying to create, it will take a little more time. During the first and 2 months, I would like to gather research of self-driving vehicles. It will be great if we could work with Tesla or Toyota to help find out what technology they use for their advanced car features and replicate something like that. If not, we could always try to create our own, um, replicating those that are already seen, since they are known to be well and known to already have those safety measures we need. During our third and fourth month, we would like to engineer all the new technology that was previously mentioned. So um, creating all the alerts that will be needed, being able to get that translation of English language to Braille, and begin to create those new innovations. During the fifth and sixth month, we will need to begin to assemble a basic model for what the car would look like. This model will also have a sole purpose of running safety measures. During the seventh month and on, we will begin to run safety measures, as many as we need. These safety tests will include crash preventions, lane changes, speed control, roadside pullover, and all the other features that we talked about also. After all that is done with the research and creating and testing, during our first year we will begin to market and assemble the final model. This, sorry, during the first year we will heavily focus on audio advertisement such as radio and TV. This will attract a much larger scale of the blind community. While we advertise the car, we will also be working on assembling it. This process will take some time, and this is why it will be done at the same time as marketing. Once year one is almost over, the demand for the car will be there. People will know about it, and everyone will know all of its features that are intended for the blind to have their own self-transportation. Going on to year 2, the car will finally be on the market for sale. It will have ran through safety measures and all the tests, and it will be safe for all blind people to drive. During this time, during this time, we will also gain feedback from the users. This will include research as well. I hope that at least half a million of the I hope that at least half a million people blind of the blind community buy this car so that we can begin to construct a research project to see if the number of blind people in jobs or school increase, to see how the innovation really changed their life and took back their own future. As I searched for cars to help the blind community, I was not able to find any. I couldn't find a car that was specifically made for them and safe for them to drive. So I believe that my innovation plan will be different from anything seen before because it would allow something that many people thought was impossible, and that is for a blind person to drive. This vehicle is not the same as models such as Tesla and Toyota. This vehicle is meant for one community only. With its advanced technology, possibilities will be endless. We will be able to provide independence to each individual so that they could get a job or attend school, which will help them in the future. The car will also be reliable, but most importantly, it will be safe for the driver and passengers as well as their surroundings. Thank you so much for listening to my Take Back the Future, and this was really fun to research and get to know more about. I really hope that the blind community does get I really hope that the blind community one day is able to self-transport themselves, being able to have that independence of doing things on their own will be such a rewarding feeling to them. Thank you.